Reece Whitley, Trenton, Julian, and Bjorn Seeliger. Did I get that right, Bjorn?
Yep.
Okay, awesome. All right, we'll go ahead and open up for questions for these guys.
All right, guys, congratulations with the meet being as close as it is. Just what does this win mean to you guys, especially in this moment and ending the session like this?
Yeah, I'll take it, I guess. Momentum's everything in this meet. You know, as you all know, it's probably one of the fastest meets on paper ever, and that's in part, a large part to everybody, top to bottom. So every point counts, and you know, our message throughout this week has been just being scrappy, and you know, none of us were fresh tonight, and you know, we were talking before, just get it done, and we did that, so it's good.
Maybe Trent could take this one. What's it like watching the final heat, or just winning an event out of the not final heat?
I guess for me personally, I was trying not to watch too much, trying to keep my warm down quick and really get in there, get through that before the podium. But kind of seeing the finish I didn't really know how to react. Just being in the warm down pool and trying to take care of my process, and really trying to be in the moment, but also keep perspective for tomorrow, and know that tomorrow morning is really big for us and probably one of the most important sessions.
Next.
You guys always have a ton of fans. Alumni travel. It's like every NCAA's. It's a huge Cal section. Could you talk about, anybody could take this, could you just talk about the impact of the Cal Bear support group in the stands?
Yeah, I can take that. It goes beyond just like support. It goes from trading every day to them giving back, with donations. The big alums who are still currently training, Tom Shields, Ryan Murphy, they push us on a level in practice every day where we can perform the way we did in that relay tonight. And then, we hear stories from, when the alums come back about how they were at their NCAAs. So it's really inspiring seeing all aspects of age groups from alum give back to us, and it just helps us, push harder and dig harder.
Anyone can take this one. The first win for the team here is in a relay on day 3. What?
You go.
Oh, never mind. I guess I should pay attention to the meet.
The second win.
All right, well, yeah, the second win. All right, someone else can answer.
No, it's all good. It's still day 3.
Yeah, there you go. You got me, Reece.
Sorry. I love Hugo too much to go unrecognized. So.
I knew he was only in here an
Yeah.
hour ago.
Really? It was only an hour ago?
He's crying. I don't know how many lows this week Cal has had, but obviously you guys talked about momentum. Can you talk about how you stay level, right? How you've had a lot of ups. Maybe there were some down moments as well. But just how you guys deal with those as lowerclassmen and as upperclassmen, just kind of how you're able to keep moving through and take care of your business.
Thank you for the question. So what we do really well is I learn a lot from the guys that are moving out of the program, and what they do really well is kind of push us up to perform, right? So in terms of momentum and keeping going and scoring points, Dave puts this really well as in terms of the morning sessions are 1 hour only, right? And that's where the ups and downs happen. So what he asks from us is an hour of performance a day, and at night you come back and you have fun, right? But it's 1 hour a day, you go, and that's for everyone. If you only have one event or 3 individuals in relays, you're supposed to show up for that hour, and then we kind of back off and watch a show when we're back at the hotel, because you have from 12 till 6 or whatever. So some people even do school. Yeah. Not a lot, but a little bit. Just get your mind off of swimming, so you can have that intensity coming into each session, and that's really what we're kind of echoing there. That it's not just 3 days of swimming; it's like a lot more condensed than that.
I also think, just from an upperclassman perspective, we try to emphasize just having trust in one another. You know, we've had a lot of ups and downs, obviously, as every team does throughout the course of the season. And our underclassmen, you know, everybody top to bottom has been really responsive and really positive through those ebbs and flows. And obviously, all 38 of us work really hard on a daily basis, and we see that out of each other. And I think it just makes it that much easier to have faith. All right, Bjorn's going to handle his job, Destin's going to handle his job, Teacher's going to handle his job. And it makes it easier on the individual to stay on their process and do what they need to do. So that's what we've tried to kind of emphasize this week as upperclassmen.
Does being in such a tight team race have an impact on your approach to tomorrow morning?
I mean, if we want to be honest, I mean, the meet's won tomorrow morning, or lost tomorrow morning. So our guys, back at the hotel know what they need to do. We've been harping on it all week, and all we can do is try to get good sleep, good recovery tonight, and leave everything out there.
For Trenton, coming back for a fifth year, obviously there's a handful of guys that came back for a fifth year. What does that make where you guys are right now more special? How do you feel knowing that you thought this was the end last year, but now you have another shot at it, and obviously you guys are taking pretty good advantage of it?
Right. I mean, this is what I came back for. These are the guys. These are the reason I came back. And the individual performance for me, obviously important, but it's the team, the relays. That's why I'm here, and that's why I came back. Just get the points on the board for these boys and get in that team title race.
Time for one or two more. That's great.
Bjorn, what was your reaction to the 20.0, and should the 50 years of stroke be NCAA events?
If it should be an event, no comment. I have a very low stroke rate, and Casper was next to me, and the problem, like, we have Martian as an assistant, right, and he's always like, I've done a lot of backstrokes. He's like, keep your eyes up and don't look at everyone else, because that has been a problem for me, like freestyle backstroke. So I kept kind of finishing at 25, and I'm like, where is everyone, And Casper's right next to me, so I was like, either we're all really fast or, I'm not that fast. So I finish, and then, who is actually, is that Liam?
Yeah.
I just kind of look at him go in, so we make sure we don't really, and he doesn't leave early or whatever, and then I can't really see well, so I take my goggles off, and I'm like, goddamn. So yeah, that was very cool. Yeah, but
We all have the same reaction.
Yeah.
Okay, last one for these gentlemen.
All right, for Reece and Trenton, you guys, correct me if I'm wrong, is this your first event win? I mean, you guys have been here a long time. You guys have been very close. You guys have, watched teammates win. What is, for you two, especially this year, seniors, what does this one right now mean to you guys?
I mean, our job isn't finished. So it's nice. We scored points. Definitely feels good, to represent the boys well. But me personally, I'm more focused on one more.
Trenton.
Yeah, I mean, the 100 flies race I haven't do a ton, but coming in here for these guys is the reason I wanted to race it. From last year, this is pretty close to the same relay, I think. Just switch out me for Hoff, and it's a big shoes to fill, but just had to swim my race, stay in my lane, and couldn't overswim, couldn't go outside of my stroke, so just kind of try to do my job.
Okay, well,